Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. By the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and the other evil spirits who prowl about the world for the ruin of souls. Amen.
After 200 yards, turn right, then take the second right.
Some people have different abilities where they're able to see a spirit, talk to a spirit directly, get like mental images, or they're only able to hear spirits. I kind of get a mix of all three of those different things. I've been choked, I've been slapped, I've had somebody yelling. Right now, we are headed to Seguin to investigate the Palace Theater. So we'll get basic readings, like temperature readings, electromagnetic activity that's there, and of course we're going to try to capture any, EVPs, which is the electronic voice phenomena, which is disembodied spirit voices. I don't know. What are you hearing?
It sounds like something's wrong with the car.
Let's see. I have, of course, my mom and my dad, my older brother, and my younger sister, who also is a sensitive. Ever since we were little, I don't know. Don't be camera shy. At first, my mom was like, "You're crazy. You watch too many movies. You watch all those silly ghost hunting shows."
Our mom lost her cross, and she thought she lost it outside. So she was like looking everywhere outside.
And we looked everywhere. I was on my hands and knees moving, plants and,
That night, like, she went to bed and everything, and then like, in the middle of the night, she wakes up and the cross is, like, in her hand, and it, like, startled her because she didn't know what it was, and when she looked, it was her cross, and she's like, oh my gosh, my cross is in my hand.
My father was actually in the priesthood. He was studying to be a priest at a seminary in St. Louis, which is actually the place where the story of The Exorcist took place.
What if they've already started everything and we're like gonna be walking in the middle of an investigation?
I'm sure they know we're coming. I think we both knew that stuff was going on for a long time, but we never actually came out and said anything until pretty recently, when we were both like,
I think we were in high school, basically.
Yeah. We're locked out.
I choose to try to ignore it. I just let it go. Anita, she doesn't. She tries to, like, find out, like, what's going on. Like, she wants to get to the bottom of everything.
Hi. So, where did everybody else go? Upstairs?
We want to go upstairs, yeah.
Walk around. You just want to walk around and get a feel for?
Yeah.
You guys just want to follow around? I felt like if I fully embraced it, along with the good comes the bad.
Who's there? What is your name? Why are you here?
I was terrified at the thought that I'm making myself vulnerable and susceptible to the evil things that are out there.
May I come and sit? Would it be all right if I sat? Excuse me, I'm going to come sit down here and watch a movie.
Anybody here? You have a name?
Spirits who are ready to cross, and I was telling Victor this, spirits who are ready to cross, or spirits who have already crossed, are, I see them. Spirits who don't want to cross give me the heebity-jeebities, and I feel them physically, but I can't see them.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a difference between the types of spirits that I sense.
Mm-hmm.
I saw you playing cards this morning. Is that something that you did in your pastime?
Oh wow, I've probably done more than 200 investigations. All up East Coast, some West Coast, some private homes.
Can I go sit up there?
Yes.
You want me to get the lights? You ready for the lights off?
That would be great.
Anybody here?
Is everybody fine where they're at?
Coming from a very strict, non-denominational church background, I in fact was actually an ordained deacon for a church and was being groomed for an evangelist for the church. And but since stumbling upon all that I've coming encountered with that's really changed my whole journey, but at the same time, it's almost as if I'm finding God within it too.
I don't go to church, but I believe in God, I believe in the divine, I believe in angels, but I believe that there are benevolent spirits all around. There are bad things, there are perversions of things. I mean, everything's a continuum, right? I try to avoid bad things. I am aware that they are out there.
I was raised Catholic, which naturally means that I am no longer Catholic. I led retreats from anywhere to 30 kids to 800 kids. My experience, I think, was completely different from hers. You can tell them about that.
I mean, I loved going on these retreats and meeting new people and, telling your story of finding God and everything. I loved doing all these retreats, and, one summer it just tore me apart.
It's all like a shuttle.
Over here by us?
Yeah.
Right behind.
Did one of y'all just swim? Did you see what I was seeing?
Yeah, I was seeing like
No, but there's something moving back here.
Just talk about what your experience is. You can talk about the Acts retreat and what happened there, because it was very paranormal.
Is this you, James? I don't know why I want to call you James, but is it okay that I call you James? Is that your name? Okay, I'm getting a vibrational pull again. Okay.
Somebody's waving behind you.
You may use some of my energy, but you can't drain all of it, okay?
I kept on going, sat down, and I said, okay, James, I'm here. Would you like to speak? And all you hear is, get out of here, and which is captured. I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up, but... Did you hear that? And that's what we captured.
Tell them. How do I start? Just talk about where you were and what happened and your experiences, how you felt, what you saw, just what happened. Definitely cooler down here. I feel like if somebody were to hang out in this room,
it wouldn't be for good purposes. That's
Yeah.
what I feel. I sense a man. Came in that room.
and did what? What do you feel? Keep pulling, try to see if we can give you any information.
Like at this retreat,
We have there's a period of time where we're in adoration for several hours, which is in pretty much like a deep prayer.
I don't know what happened. It's something I can't really explain. It's something I don't think I will ever understand. But I just felt anger. I was so angry of, here the priest was trying to say prayers, and I had my youth directors praying over me, and when they all started praying over me is when I was like, oh my gosh, it's mad, it's angry, it doesn't like this. I remember being on the ground and just like, my arms like flying everywhere and then crying and crying and crying because this was happening. And
It's okay.
And I just remember all of this emotions and pain happening, and I just wanted it to stop. And so finally they actually had to call the priest to come in, and the priest was, in the name of God, I demand you to leave this daughter of God and everything. And, and the priest is like, stand up, child, stand up. This is what I do remember. And I remember all of a sudden just being up and everything was just gone. And after that moment, the priest said that, I can't be harmed anymore. I can no longer be harmed. And I believe after that, a lot of my paranormal experiences had gone away. That was, so I don't like talking about it, but it's something that I think I'm always going to have with me. But that was one of the most scariest things I've ever gone through, and I am a firm believer in, possession, and, and people think it's funny, these movies and everything, but what some don't know is that it's true, and it does happen.
Becca, where are you?
Right here.
Oh, there you
You have a name?